Hola chicos, bienvenidos al bloque de Acceso 5, líder sudamericano en juegos online gratuitos y en tu idioma. Bueno, esta semana yo también estuve un poco indispuesta. Estuvo justamente con nuestro productor en Lima la semana pasada. El clima no está muy bueno por ahí, pero de todas formas la próxima semana está con nosotros de vuelta, de todos modos. Y bueno, primero que nada queremos abrirles un poquito el apetito e intriga con un tráiler que ha puesto ya Acceso 5, que ha subido esta semana, de un nuevo juego que está como que por llegar. Entonces, a ver, chequen esto. Y ese fue un tráiler de algo que está viniendo. No hay todavía nada oficial, pero realmente está para que ustedes ya vayan saboreando un poquito. Y justamente para nuestros soldados de Operation 7, primero que nada queremos contarles de la nueva actualización que tenemos esta semana. 4 nuevas armas disponibles: los rifles Osiris T5000 y la KK-14. La subametralladora FMG-9 y también la pistola Whitney Wolverine. También el traje de la selección de fútbol venezolana. Y además tenemos 2 nuevos eventos para todos ustedes. Primero, el evento de insignias que todo el mundo quería que volviera. Sí, ya está de vuelta. Así que recolecten todas las insignias que puedan de sus enemigos derrotados para recibir geniales premios al final del evento, que termina este 29 de septiembre. Así que jugar bastante y recolectar justamente estas insignias. También el evento Video Fails. Usualmente les pedimos videos de sus mejores jugadas, pero esta vez queremos sus fallos y muertes más graciosas. Es básicamente un video de bloopers. El video deberá ser de no menos de 1 minuto y medio y no más de 2 minutos y medio. Y deberá estar hecho solo con capturas tomadas dentro del juego. También deberá incluir el nombre del autor al inicio y al final del video. Los 3 mejores videos van a ser subidos al canal de YouTube de Operation 7 Latino, el canal oficial, y también a la fanpage oficial. Y aparte recibirán un genial pack de objetos por 60 días, así que no pueden perderse esta oportunidad. Tienen hasta el 3 de octubre para participar. Para ver todos los detalles de la actualización y de los eventos, entren al foro de Operation 7. Y también para todos nuestros Brickers tenemos una actualización en la tienda. Esta semana tenemos el traje del Capitán Brick, que incluye su casco, máscara, chaqueta, pantalón, sus propulsores y su kit. También podrán adquirirlo completo en un paquete especial. Y saben, no se olviden tampoco de participar en los eventos, en el evento del mapa de la semana y todos los demás eventos que nuestros moderadores Fer y Barbie y también ahora Polka Vodka tienen cada semana. Sudden Attack también nos trae una nueva actualización con el set de las chicas Sudden Chef. También la caja especial M4A1 renovada, donde podrán conseguir algún arma justamente M4A1 hasta por 360 días. Así que realmente es una lotería en la que pueden apostar y sacar algo muy muy bueno. Y finalmente, esta semana RunEscape nos trae la quinta y última parte del video especial de Camino a la Ciudad Elfa, porque está a punto de abrirse la ciudad de Privdinas. Entonces vamos a ver los 2 últimos gremios cuyas características fueron elegidas por la comunidad. Entonces vamos a verlo.
Alas, we come to the 5th and final of the Road to Prifddinas videos. It's almost time for you to access the city yourself. But for now, we're going to give you 2 more elf clans, and these are the ones that were determined by you in a poll. They are the Hefin and the Melee. The Hefin are agility and prayer, and the Melee are dungeoneering and herblore. I'll admit that when agility and prayer won the poll for the skill focus for the Hefin clan, we didn't really have a clue how we were going to mix those 2 together. But then inspiration came with a kind of battle monk Shaolin feel. So we took those peaceful, meditative ideas and we came up with our first update, which is the Serenity Poles. These jut out from the crater below and players will be able to balance on these with 1 leg. Lady Hefin will then call out poses that she wants you to perform, and if you do it right, you'll start to generate XP. That's Agility XP rather than Bonus XP, which has been a recent change to the design. With luck, and if everyone is on the ball, rather than making a coffee or running to the toilet, we should see ranks of people all moving from one Shaolin-style animation to another. It'll look sweet. Pickpocketing-wise, we have elves that are carrying bones and some agility replenishing stuff, but the next blockbuster is the agility course. We've been working solidly on a new route for the course. Where once we're taking the whole city, we felt that would involve too much running and not enough death-defying acts. So our plan is to climb over the Heffen Cathedral, jump to the Clan Tower, and generally perform as many ridiculous feats in the Heffen area as possible. The plan is even to have a choice of paths at a couple of points. Complete the course and a light creature will give you a random item. That might be worthwhile objects, rest animation overrides of the Serenity Post poses, or wishes. These wishes give you rewards that will improve or change your next lap of the course, like XP multipliers or even time trials. Part of the agility course, as I said, was the Heffen Church. Here you'll find a rest musician, gnome glider and an altar, but more importantly, there is the stone cleansing. You'll be buying a cleansing crystal here, using it up over a period of time as you effectively exorcise a Seren stone. The aim of this area is to generate prayer XP at a slower but cheaper rate than traditional methods, like gilded altars and the ectofunters, so it's a neat alternative for those who want to save a few pennies. Now we come to the Melee, another clan that was decided by the players. This time they chose to have dungeoneering and herblore, which is very hard to mix together. But we found a way, but to tell you would be to ruin Plague's End, and that would be inconceivable. But know that they're explorers looking for rare herbs that they can then put into rare potions. Of all the families, Melee has the most stuff wedged into it, as long as you have the levels. For example, there's the level 95 Dungeoneering Resource Dungeon. This has a few things you'll recognise: Poor in Grenwall, Impling Spawns and a Bloodwood Tree, for example, but also a few special additions. My favourite is a Goraho Horde Stalker. It'll give you one card per day, and that card can be used on a dungeoneering floor of your choice. The effect of that card will include things like a guaranteed combination potion recipe, guaranteed journals, or increased damage against the boss, and that's just the common ones. We're planning to keep our hand close to our chest on this one. Divination locations will be popping up randomly here, and you'll have a second resource limit, so you can gather a small amount from them per day. Finally, there'll be a random Impling spawn, which should help with filling your Impling Codex. Back on the surface of the Melee clan, we aim to release the Harmony Pillars. These pillars will act like mini challenges, so for every 50,000 XP you gain in a skill that the pillar is charged in, it will gain a growth stage. After 4 growth stages, you'll be able to harvest the pillar and get Harmony Moss. Harmony Moss is an ingredient for perfect potions, basically high-level skilling potions, something the game has been crying out for. These skilling potions will greatly improve your abilities to train throughout RuneScape, and not just in the Elf City, and we hope to make these a great money spinner for skillers. On the way, in the outer Melee areas, we find the level 115 Dungeoneering Resource Dungeon. Again, this contains some recognisable stuff, namely Crystal Flex Sandstone and a bank deposit box, but it's the other inclusions that get me more enthusiastic than you'd expect from me saying something. First is a new Slayer creature. They'll be dropping something recognisable from Dungeoneering to be used in the wider world. And then there's the Motherlode Maw. This used to be a Motherlode mine, but now it's a mouth, with the player warily putting their arm into a familiar face and pulling out a random item once per day. This originally caused some controversy when we first announced it, as it would contribute towards completionist and trimmed completionist cape requirements. We've changed that subtly, so that it makes you more likely to gain completionist requirements when elsewhere in the world. We would tell you more, but we'd have to throw you into the Motherlode Maw. Just know that our aim is to not devalue the 2 capes. Aside from a fruit tree patch, there is something up on the surface that has been putting Mod C3 DPO into a frenzy. It's the Herbal Shop, where players can buy and unlock combination potion recipes. Some of these will be found in Demonheim, in the same manner as Sagas, while others will just need a pocketful of cash. Regardless, when bought, players will be able to fill their crystal flasks with combinations of their favourite potions. Want to fuse an overload with a super anti-fire? Well, you can, and if you want to combine potions to create new effects, you can do that too. We're adding to the list of combination potions as we're going along, so there'll be even more options than were originally in the design document. Now we reach the emotional end of our journey. All that's left is for you to access the city yourself. It's been a fantastic experience, showing you the city, incorporating all of your feedback. We just hope that you love it as much as we've enjoyed making it.
Y ese fue el bloque de Acceso 5, líder sudamericano en juegos online gratuitos y en tu idioma. Ya saben que pueden entrar a la página www.acceso5.com y dejar sus comentarios en nuestra página de Facebook. Así que, chao chicos.
enter the next chapter of Yu-Gi-Oh! With a new way to summon, Pendulum Monsters. You can add the latest cards to your deck, plus 2 power-up packs with Starter Deck Space Time Showdown. Each deck sold separately. Konami.
Septiembre por 3. Ahora con Claro prepago, septiembre es por 3. Solo recarga y ya triplicaste. Así de fácil. Para hablar 3 veces más a cualquier destino nacional, móvil o fijo. Recarga tu celular Claro prepago desde 12 soles.